Welcome back. As tempting as it was to play that back and see what I would like to change, I decided I'd like to get through at least a few without reviewing, because I have a feeling that the playback might put me off the whole thing. I'd like to get into the flow of it a bit before I get put off, because I reckon it's something I can do. Just got to get used to it. So I'd say you're going to get at least... Oh, I'll try and put in an hour before I even consider putting it down and giving up. Right hand turn. Oh, it's also new. Whoa! Yeah, I've thought about having the game sound down a little lower as well, in case the sound effects get to be a bit much and whatnot. Yeah, and I've sort of decided I'm not gonna pay much regard to cutscenes and all the rest, because I've seen them so many times now that I can do without them. And yeah, good. I said the right thing. And if you're one of the few people who's interested in hearing me rather than watching the game, sitting through cutscenes is probably going to stretch things, because I'm probably not going to have all that much good stuff to say as it is, so any extra padding might break your back, you camel. Yeah, I also like to insult and alienate the few people who accept me for who I am, so it's just part of my charm. Alright, Master Quest. First temple. This is where things start to get mastery. So forgive my concentration, but I would like to not fail this utterly. Alright, yeah. Well, earlier today, I went out. It was raining, and I put my new shoes on, my 5 fingers, and headed out for the first time into the wet. I've worn them out before a few times, but not in the wet, so I went for a walk, and I went for a bit of a run, and they held up really well. I might have pushed myself a little harder than I should have, because they do take some getting used to. But no, I had a good day out. They held up well, being wet. I mean, they're sort of like a glove for your feet, ordinarily. So when they get wet, they're sort of like a wet glove, which, you know, still works. They're a bit heavier and they're a bit slushy, just a bit. They tend to flick out a fair bit of water as you step anyway, if you're running, so pretty good. I mean, way better than wet ordinary shoes. I don't think walking or running in wet shoes is ever, you know, that much fun, but I reckon if you're going to be in wet shoes, these are probably the right wet shoes to be in. so that was good fun. Didn't take the camera, usually I would. And yeah, I only have my phone, so I'm going to use camera and phone interchangeably. That's the only camera I'm going to be talking about. Yeah, there are a few cool things that I would have liked it for. I kind of figured there wouldn't be, but then there were, so oh well, that's what you get. And as I am with all my new things, until they deteriorate a bit, I treat them way better than I should. So, first time the new shoes got dirty today. KSO remix, for those playing at home. But then they cleaned up just in the wet grass on the way back, so they're just sitting drying now. One of the many awesome features is that they're washable and they just air dry, so they're a really versatile piece of footwear. And I'm loving them so far. It's supposed to be good for you too, so it's always a plus. Yeah, they're very, very dear here, my dear. We went to try them on, since they're such a fitted shoe. We wanted to try them on before we bought them. So I went into the Scout Outdoor store in Adelaide with my girlfriend, and we both tried them on, and she couldn't stand to not buy them and take them away that day, so she wore hers out of the shop, and they're about twice as much as they would have been online, so that's cool, because they'll be good for her. She loves them. Yeah, I wanted to hold out and get exactly what I wanted and spend less, so I did. And yeah, if you're interested in them at all, best advice I can give you is birthdayshoes.com. It's a fan blog, and they've got all sorts of reviews, and there's a forum and everything, so like way better than any official site is birthdayshoes.com for information on the Five Fingers. And they've got a list of stores, so I looked through about 6 or 7 times in the end over the weeks that I was shopping for them. I looked through all the stores listed on that site, since there are so many dodgy, like Chinese retailers selling knockoffs, but they only list, the genuine brick and mortar trusted retailers, so yeah. By the time I was actually ready to buy, Rock Creek had the best, specials, I guess. Both the pairs I bought were discounted, so I ordered them from Rock Creek and got a couple of pairs of Injinji socks too, which are toe socks, fittingly, because obviously you can't wear normal socks with toe shoes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked in Master Quest 2 because everything does extra damage. So that's gonna be another piece of fun. It's me losing the game that I love so much. And so shipping was an extra $60. Which, you know, it didn't hurt too bad since I was saving that much of the cost of those shoes anyway. And the range here in Australia, or at least in Adelaide, is it's pretty poor. So I got a pair of... Ah, you monkey! A pair of KSO Remix and a pair of orange Trek Sports. And they both fit about the same, which is really well. Trek Sports maybe a little small, but you know, I thought the same about the Remix at the first as well. So and the Remix are working really well. Like whenever I'm up and about. Alright, let's not get killed by this bat. Ah, I got killed by the bat. Alright, the end. Well, yeah, I guess Link's dead, which is a shame, because his life really had a lot of potential. I'm sure there was a good story to be told there. But, you know, you get what you're given, so that's going to be the end of my video series. I really hoped I could go a bit further with it, but that's life, sometimes you die, so. Alright, well, it's been good to catch up. Nice to meet you, and all the best in life. Goodbye.